morning. I'm so happy you joined us. I'm Andy Santora. You're watching Let's Chat. It's so great to have with me today my friend, Mrs. Jean Savage, to tell us about the Southside with a Purpose Gala. Thank you so much for coming on, Jean.
Thank you for having me.
Happy Juneteenth Day.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thank you. So tell us about the Southside with a Purpose event. What is this?
Yes, myself and Lois Trailer of Lois Classic Boutique decided, and there are others that are, you know, in California that are coming from Alton Park. We grew up in Macaulay Homes. And so her and I got together one night and we said, we need to do something for the South Side, you know? And so she said, yeah. And we came together and decided to call it Southside with a Purpose, because there hadn't been anything really going on in Southside for a while. You know, it used to be the reunion in the park. So we're gonna do that as well. We're calling it the Bash. This year we upgraded it. And so that's gonna go on Saturday. But, so you want me to tell you about the gala?
Well, sure. I've lived in Chattanooga for 15 years.
Right.
But I've heard about South Side, West Side. What does it mean to be from the South Side, and why is it deserving of an event?
It's very deserving. That was my home. That's where I came from, Alton Park.
Is it like a family?
Yes, it is. It was so much like family. You know, times have changed.
Right.
But we were one family. We were. And there were great trailblazers that was like our mothers that really laid a foundation for us. And so we want to be able to honor them and let their families know that we have not forgotten them.
I love that. So yeah. Chattanooga's first police detective, Napoleon Williams, also known as Donut.
Yes.
I understand he's from the South Side. He will be honored that night. Can you tell me why him?
Yes, he's our honoree.
Okay.
And him, and there were others. There was a brotherhood of Southsiders that started the Southside reunion. Now, you know, Donut was a police and detective, and he also was a DJ.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
He wore many hats,
yeah.
But it was also Joanne Favors. There was a brotherhood. It was Mr. Cotton. There were other people that were in that organization, but we decided to do Donut because we want to give him his flowers now. We want to tell him thank you, because we want to carry this on. If we can't, we want to pave the way for others to be able to carry the South Side on.
Do you see the younger generation being real interested in learning about, you know, the predecessors of that community?
They need to.
They need to.
They need to know that there were people that fought tooth and nail for the South Side. Like Miss Elizabeth Dixon. She had the villages put out there. She fought tooth and nail. She carried that burden in her heart to make Southside better. She did, to make Alton Park better. She would go downtown and go to the commissioner's office. And you see the result. Right. The villages are there. And I was with her the night before she died. She had just moved in her place. And she was walking to the store holding her heart. And she said, and I said, girl, where you going? I pulled up and asked her. She got in the car. And that morning she died. Oh. If I had known that she was having a heart attack, and this is what she said, someone has to carry on.
Wow.
And that stuck with me. So I'm like a family to her family and her kid. They'll be there. Her grandkids and her kids and their kids and their nieces and nephews, they need to know the trail that they blaze for them.
I love that. So it sounds like a lot of fun. What can people expect? Food, music?
Yes, yes. And we're also honoring, I want to tell you this quickly.
Sure.
We're honoring Miss Minnie Mae Peoples. She fought tooth and nail for voters registration, civil rights, and all that. And what a better time than June the 10th. This is historic. These are history. This is history that people don't know. There's a lot of people that live out there now, and they just have got exposed to the villages. But you don't know the work that was paid for them to be there. You know, Mary Lois Whaley, when the health center was put out there, she was a tech. So she went to door to the elderly to take them and make sure they got their medicine. She also blaze the trail for voters registration. And we were taught how to work in the political campaigns, you know, when we got of age.
Amazing, Jean. You sound so passionate about it, so I wish we could devote the whole show to this because there's a lot of interesting, important history. So tell us how we can get tickets. I was admiring your beautiful dress, and it just so happens.
Yes, that came from Lois Classic Boutique. She is amazing. Her store is amazing, and she has beautiful things there.
It's on Lee
Highway.
I want
Lois to know that I'm propping you up.
I love it. And you can get tickets at her store still.
Yeah, you can get tickets still at her store on Lee Highway until Friday. At Friday, they'll be at the Gala.
At the Gala. And what is the location of that?
1601 Rossville, right off of Main, across from the fire department.
Great.
And it's called the Southside Historic, the old Church of Maine. And it's going to be there beginning at 6. That will be Mix and Mingle. And we will have Love, Peace, and Happiness Band.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes.
Perfect name. So Southside with a Purpose Gala will be Friday. That's this Friday.
Yes.
Day after tomorrow at 1601 Rossville Avenue, 6 p.m. Tickets are available there.
Yes.
But also at this beautiful boutique. What's the name of the store again?
Lois Classic Boutique.
Lois Classic Boutique, and she's a partner with you putting on this event.
Yes, she is. We spearheaded it. Yes.
I love it.
With those that still had that vision in their hearts too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on, Jean.
Tell you about the bash.
Tell about the bash.
The bash. You know, Donut, when they started at the Southside, they called it Southside Reunion. So we upgraded it to the bash, and our theme is Beyonce, Low Down Cowboy.
Oh, how much fun. There it is right there, the Southside Bash.
Yes.
And it's free.
Yeah, and it'll start at 11. We ask that you bring your tents. There will be food trucks.
Great.
Yes, and there will be Penny's Lemonade. So we're asking people to come out.
Thank you, Jean. So a weekend of fun celebrating all the wonderful things of the Southside and the history. Thank you again for coming on Southside Purpose with a Gala Friday and the Bash Saturday. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks for having me.